All right, so let's talk about one of the most probably talked about mortgage lending issue topics ever since I've been in the industry: self employment. If you're self employed, I can't tell you how many conversations I have on a weekly basis with self employed borrowers. Here's the problem: self employed borrowers at tax time want to write off as much income as possible so they don't have to pay into the IRS. Here comes the with the mortgage world. You cannot write off all your income, expense everything off, and then turn around and go into the mortgage world now and say, here's my tax returns, get me a loan. It's not going to work. Okay? Not going to work, not going to work, not going to work. I have to literally turn down about 20 people a month that try to get approved for self-employment, and they're like, well, no. There is no what about. There's no gray area with self-employment if you're trying to get a regular government-backed loan, first-time home buyer loan, VA, USDA, FHA, conventional jumbo. They're all the same. They blanketed self-employment guidelines with 2 years of tax returns if it's a government loan. You can get away with 1 year if you're doing conventional with 5 years of returns. Okay, that's a one exception there, but you still got to use a tax return. Now, where is the solution to this madness, right? A lot of self-employed borrowers want to say, well, gosh, there's got to be something. In come the solution. But here's the key. You need skin in the game. There's a non-QM broker world out there called bank statement loans. Woo! Bank statement loan. But you need 10% down minimum. 10% down cash. So you cannot write off all your income, show you barely make any, and then turn around and get a down payment assistance loan. Does not work, won't ever work. You can call every lender in the phone book, Google every single lender, call 500 of them. They're all going to say the same thing. So don't waste your time doing that. If your net profit shows you write it all off, you ain't going to get a loan regular. So let's go back to the bank statement program. Been getting a lot of people into these, which is great. What you do is you have to send in a full 12 months of your bank statements into the lender. They have to do these loans, though, and have to have broker outlets that they sell their loans to. They have to offer these. Company that I work for, Guaranteed Rate, we do these. They're really great. Okay, you need a little bit of reserves. You need a decent credit score. Okay, you got to be up in the 600s. You can't have bad credit or crap credit or no credit and do a bank statement loan. That won't work either. So you got to be in the 6s or above, and you got to have 10% down. If you don't have 10% down, you got to save it. You got to save it. And if you're not paying into the IRS, you probably got the money to save it. So you got to pick your thing, okay? So, and then lastly, if you're buying a rental property and you want to invest in a bunch of rentals, but on paper you don't look very good, there's a program called a DSCR loan. Okay? That loan is going to require a minimum of 20% down. But here's the cool thing. You can buy as many of them as you want. You can just keep rolling, but you need the reserves and you need the 20% down. No way around it. So if this is you and you might meet one of these, let's chat and let's get you some houses. Boom. Now after this video, you're going to see below, I'm going to put my Apply Now link down in the comments below and in this post. Need to have you click that, fill it out before we start chatting, okay? This is so important. If you want one of these loans and you're ready to go buy a property, this is your next step. So click that, apply, send me your documentation, and then we'll chat. Boom.